Hello and welcome to 100 Days as a Pokemon Gym Leader. On your screen right now you can see a mysterious person claiming to be the Kanto champion, hiring me as the rock type gym leader. This game is still in beta and I can only play as Brock, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to leave a comment down below, let me know your favourite part. Now it's time to become a gym leader. Here we are meeting our assistant. The assistant here is going to explain all of the rules, explaining that I can only lose 5 times in this whole adventure. This is where I can buy potions and heal my Pokemon, and here is going to be my first team. After winning 5 times with this team, I can progress on to the next team and become an elite gym leader, one that is never going to be beaten, one that will face the challenge and overcome every single obstacle possible. It is time that we meet our team. This is Team A. Now, I get to nickname every single Pokemon on my team. I'm going to start by nicknaming Geodude Stone, as that is pretty much what he is, and Onyx Big Boy. It's the only fitting name for him. And it's time to take on the first challenger. He just said that he's going to have Magikarp with full restore. Now that's exactly what he had. He had a full team of 6 for my first challenger with full restores constantly. I would get Magikarp low health and he would full restore, and as you can see, he's got a full team of 6 doing this. This battle is going to be totally skipped because you guys do not want to watch me get Magikarp down 3,452 times while it just revives. So that is the first battle. Let's move on to the second battle. More interesting, we've got a fire breather. Now, fire and rock, I'm looking on the upside to this, gonna send out Ponyta. We're gonna start off quite strong, sticking out with rock, and let's just start piling down on this. This is technically my second challenger, and we need 5 to win. How hard can it be to get 5 wins with a team like this? Growlithe coming out with Intimidate. Let's go with Rock Throw. Growlithe does nothing to us, and Rock Tomb him to death. It is time to move on to our third battle. This is going to be against Lash Joanne with an over-leveled Pikachu and a Vulpix. So nothing too special. I'm going to send out Stone, go for a mud support. They're going to send out their level 16 Pikachu at this stage in the game. And we're going to skip to their Vulpix because Pikachu just took a little while to get down. And let's take Vulpix out, eliminating Lash Joanne from the whole of existence. Now moving on to our fourth challenger, where things start to get interesting. Red has appeared. The protagonist of Gen 1, Red, starting with a Poliwag, instantly one-shotting Stone. It's time for Big Boy to come out, lower Poliwag speed, hang on with Sturdy. Can we do anything here? I don't think we can. The Poliwag has taken us out, and that is our first loss to Red, which kind of blew my mind. So I've recuperated, healed up my Pokemon, and it's time to move on to battle number 5 against Team Rocket. So things interesting are finally happening. Coughing comes out, and it's time to continue with the battle. Skip to Ekans. Coughing took no time at all, and Ekans isn't going to take any time either. I am just upset that I've lost to Red and lost my first battle. Let's move on to the last battle of my first team. Battle number 5 against Bugcatcher. Starting off with Weedle. We beat the Beedrill and moving on to Kakuna, which we one-shot with a critical hit and take out Bugcatcher Paris. Now it's time to move on to Team B. Let's nickname Graveler. I'm going to nickname him Boom. I mean, you'll know why in the future, but Big Boy number 2 is coming out and Kabuto is joining the team, and we're going to nickname him Shell. I think Shell really fit him and complements his figure as being the fossil Pokemon. Now let's go into our first battle with the new team. They've got Smoochum. This is a complete baby team. They've got Smoochum, they've got Elekid, and they've also got Magby. So Boom comes out, starts demolishing Smoochum, kills Magby, and moves on to kill Elekid. Elekid doing no damage, and roll out, demolishing him. And it's time to continue with the battles, guys. Let's keep progressing. It's time to move on to Scientist Matthew. Now, what Pokemon is he going to come out with? He's going to come out with 3 Magnemites. Now, I do make the blunder for the first one. I try to use a ground type move, and this one has Levitate. But moving on, we demolish his 2 Magnemites, and this one don't have Levitate, so Magnitude 6 is going to demolish this Magnemite from the whole of existence. Nothing more. Scientist Matthew, you was no challenge for me. Moving on to the next challenge, we've got Sailor Rick. Now, I don't like sailors. There's a reason for that, and you guys will see in the future. But Sailor Rick is going to send out Wooper against Boom. Now, I'm not a fan of this type matchup, so I'm going to switch into Kabuto. Now, I did get him quite low, but Sailor Rick likes to use potions. Nothing I'm scared of. Kabuto going in for the one shot with Absorb and fully healing. Moving on, he had a Totodile, which totally threw me off. I wasn't expecting a Totodile to be on this Sailor's team, and he has got 4 Pokemon that have the water type, striking the fear of God into me. This Goldeen done a lot of damage, but I did manage to take it out, and Quillfish has come out. Quillfish isn't too much of a threat, and Rollout kills Quillfish. And the last Pokemon that Sailor Rick had, I'm going to switch. I'm going to go into Shell, because, I mean, Boom's getting quite low, and I'm not fancying Boom dying anytime soon. So Horsey comes out, and I'm pretty much going to absorb Horsey to death. Goodbye, Horsey. You are no more. And Sailor Rick has been defeated and blasted into the oblivion. Now that Sailor Rick is gone, we move on to Bug Catcher Steven. Steven is no match for me, and neither are any Bug Catcher in this playthrough. Ledian comes out, I'm going to send Boom and start using Rollout. Let's skip this battle, nothing interesting happens. We beat Butterfree, we beat Ledian, and Beedrill goes down also. No threat to me, not anything at all. Moving on. Blue's appeared. Now we lost to Red, so we've already lost 1 out of the 5 that we can lose, and Blue is starting with Wartortle. This is putting fear into me. I do eventually get Wartortle down with Shell. Shell lowers it and kills it with Absorb, and Growlithe comes out. The second I heard the word Growlithe, my heart was at rest. I can kill Growlithe. I can heal up with the potions I've been buying after every battle. Growlithe goes down and Kadabra comes out. Once again, I can take out a Kadabra and live with that. Magnitude demolishes Kadabra, and Blue has been defeated and cannot get the gym badge before Red. We can finally move on to Team C. As you can tell, we've got Boom. Boom's back on the team. Boom 2.0. Onyx, I'm going to nickname you Big Boy 3. It's the only fitting name for Onyx. So, Big Boy 3 it is. We're going to call Kabuto Shell 2. Because, I mean, Kabuto. I'm joking. We call it Bean because it looks like a bean. And Rhyhorn, in the fear of Red coming back, I've called it Nay. Because why not nay him away? And I would love to ride a Rhyhorn, why not? Let's move on to the next battle. Las Amelia sending out Corsola. Nothing too scary. Nay is now first in my party, and we can pretty much demolish Corsola, and they send out Stantler. I thought it's only fitting to use Boom and actually be able to self-destruct, destroying Stantler's hopes and dreams, and he will never evolve into Weirdeer. Moving on to Archaeologist Kyle. Now, Archaeologists are scary because fossil Pokemon. Now, the first fossil Pokemon he sends out, Aerodactyl, I'm not too scared of. Aerodactyl I can deal with. I can take that out with some rocks, as we can see right here. Nay can demolish Aerodactyl. So, what Pokemon is he going to send out that puts fear into me? Omastar, the water Pokemon that can do so much damage. Omastar has taken out most of my team at this point, and I'm relying on Boom. Boom finally kills Omastar, allowing me to beat Archaeologist Kyle. Now we move on to Fighting type and his Trio Evolution, starting off with Machop. Machop, not too scary. I mean, the Fighting type can demolish me pretty easily, but we can kill Machop, we can work with Machop. I have a look at my team and see where I can size him up, but Nay seems to be able to one-shot Machop, no fear there. Machoke comes out. Now this is a different story. Machoke kills Nay. I'm going to send Bean out, as I think Bean is really my chance to get a kill on him. I didn't go for Aqua Jet, and Bean is dead. It's time for Big Boy 3 to come out. Big Boy 3, I'm relying on you to use your Sturdy and be able to kill Machoke. It didn't work. Machoke has demolished him also, so it's time for Boom 2.0 to come out. Now Machoke has done this much damage. How much damage is the third Pokemon going to do? Now we know what the third Pokemon is, Machamp. I self-destruct in all hopes that I can kill Machamp, and he survives with a strand of health. This is the second battle that I have lost to Black Belt Cody. Here comes the protagonist of Gen 1, Red. Ready to strike fear into me one more time. That Poliwag that killed me once is now a Poliwrath, which has the fighting and water type. I'm terrified. What can I even do against him? He's one-shot Nay. Nay is my beefiest Pokemon, but in doing so, he has killed himself. I decided to send Boom 2.0, going into the unknown because I didn't make it this far. Now he sends out Ivysaur, which I've gotten really low, but has killed Boom 2.0, and he's definitely got a growth off. I then decide to go in to Big Boy 3, heal up Boom. In doing so, Big Boy 3 can finally get an attack off. I missed the first Screech. I survive. I finally get the second Screech. Ivysaur has now got defense lowered, and this plays a big part in me being able to even take out Ivysaur. Boom 2.0, you've been revived and it's time for you to come back out. Let's go for Bulldoze and see how much damage we can do. We kill the Ivysaur, saving our backside because Ivysaur could have sweeped us. Now Pikachu's coming out, nothing to be too scared of. I'm going to send Bean out, mainly so I can heal up Boom, because Boom is really my best chance of winning here. So I'm going to have to send Bean out. Bean heals up Boom. Bean gets one shot as I predicted, and Boom comes out. It's time for me to just start doing Bulldoze, lowering his speed and just doing maximum damage and one-shotting him. We have finally beaten Red. It's on to Sailor Melvin. As I said, I hate sailors. Now this is going to be the main reason why. Sailor Melvin honestly haunts me. I don't even want to play this game anymore because of him. Sends out Gyarados. I can take out a Gyarados. And then sends out a Seadra, which as you can tell kills Nay and everybody else on my team. That Seadra demolished me. So that is officially my third loss. We're only allowed 2 more. This guy shows up and says that rock types are weak to flying. I think he's a bit confused. So, I mean, this is kind of a free win. It's not really worth really showing. Natu, he had a Pidgeot and a Pidgeotto. They get demolished by Boom. Boom 2.0 coming in for the win. Killing Anthony. Because, yeah. Rock types aren't weak to flying type, dude. I don't know where you got your information. And Melvin comes back out with the same exact team. Now, I refuse to die the same way, so I go over my strategy and see what I can do better. I take Gyarados out a bit quicker this time because Rock Blast hits him with a critical hit on that final one and he's out. Seadra comes out and he has taken out a lot on my team, but Big Boy hung on with Sturdy and I was able to get rid of Seadra. Now I've only got Big Boy left and Nay, so I'm going to revive Boom 2.0 and see what we can do here. He's got a Lapras, which I did not expect to see. I was hoping he had something minor like a Corsola, which wouldn't have done much. Lapras one-shots Nay. Lapras demolishes Boom 2.0. There was nothing I could even do. That Water Pulse and that speed just demolished me. So I've lost twice to Sailor Melvin with this team. Next comes out a Psychic with a Starmie. Once again it strikes fear into me. Starmie could kill me with Water Pulse and sweep my team. It didn't have Water Pulse, so I could kill Starmie and finally beat the 5 teams with my team. We can move on to the next team, guys. So Psychic Elena, goodbye. Let's move on to the next team. We've got Graveler, Onyx, Kabutops and Rhyhorn. Big Boy 4 coming out. I'm going to call Kabutops Shell 2. I went back to the name Shell, suited him a little bit more. Rhydon in favor of Red. I've named him absolutely nothing. Team Rocket comes at me. Now this is the first time me experiencing this team. Am I going to like it? How is it going to benefit me? And let's see what we can do. Team Rocket sent out Golbat. Nothing too threatening. Boom 3. I thought it's only fit into self-destruct here, as I've taken out the rest of his team and Golbat has finally fainted. Team Rocket aren't really too scary in this. I don't know why they want gym badges. Shouldn't they be stealing Pokemon or attacking Ash? Let's go to Biker Henry. Now this guy did have a team of 5 that was pretty stacked with, a team of 6 actually, a whole versatile team. I kind of sweep them. Shell 2 gets the final kill on Granbull, which Granbull could have done a lot of damage, but it didn't have the right moveset, so I can beat Biker Elijah. The policeman asked me if I had killed 12 people. I don't believe I have, Mr. Policeman, but if I have, please arrest me. Sending out Fearow. Policemen in this don't affect me. I could take all of them out because I am a gym leader and I'm not going to lose any more time. I mean, if I lost, it would be game over officially. I wouldn't even be able to challenge anyone else. So we beat the police officer and we move on to the next archaeologist. Starting off with Kabutops. A little bit scary, but I could take out a Kabutops. Nothing that's going to put me on the edge. And Omastar. Omastar does a lot of damage, but I managed to scrape my team together and defeat Omastar. He did put a lot of fear in me because he, as I said, he took out most of my team, but I managed to take him out with Big Boy 4. Big Boy 4 does come in clutch a lot in this team. And it's time to move on to the next team. That team I kind of went by really quickly. There wasn't too much in it and the team was quite powerful. So now we've got Golem, which I'm going to call Paul. Now that's a referral to my dad, as his favourite word was boom, so I thought why not. Got Big Boy 5. We're going to go Shell. I didn't give it a 3.0 for some reason. Rhydon is nothing 2.0 and Aerodactyl is on the team. I'm going to call him Big Bird. Big Bird kind of suited him. He's not bright yellow, but he's Big Bird. Bugcatcher comes out. He's got a Cypher, and if I remember correctly, he also had a Sizzle. I'm going to start off with Paul. Let's see what Paul can do here. He demolishes Cypher, and I send out Shell to finish off Sizzle, because I didn't really want Paul dying here. Let's heal up, and Sailor Colton has come out, which I didn't even read the name, but I was in fear from Melvin and the amount of damage that Melvin actually done to me. But he started off with Quagsire, nothing too scary. He has got a team of 2, so once again, Quagsire, Dewgong, I can take them both out. Nothing that's going to really threaten me, especially while I've got Shell on the team with them grass type moves. So we beat the Sailor. it's time to move on to the Psychic Trainer, who had 5 unknown that went up in increments of 5. So it starts at level 65 and it's going to finish off on level 80, I believe. Level 80 unknown at this stage. Now if I was gaining experience, I would have loved that. This Psychic Trainer was no match for me. Now it's time for Las Yulia. Las Yulia is going to send out Chansey and Blissey. So this was kind of a pain in the backside, getting the health down. She used a lot of potions. I finally managed to kill Blissey. It did take a long time, so we can now move on. She said my ugliness is killing her. I mean, come on man, use Blissey. Moving on to the next Archaeologist with Aerodactyl. So I'm kind of scared of what his next Pokemon could be. It could be an Omastar, and we know the damage that they can do. We know the damage that they can do. Fortunately, it was just a Kabutops that I can definitely take out. Archaeologist Dominic, goodbye to you. Thank you for coming. And it's time to see my next team. My next team is very overpowered. We've got Golem. I'm going to call him Pool Boom. We got Steelix, I'm going to call him Bigger Boy, it's only right. We got Shell, we got Nothing 3.0. I'm going to give Aerodactyl the nickname of Small Boy, because why not? And Water Boy, Omastar. So I change up my whole team here, because I'm scared of what this can do, because this is possibly my final team. I'm going to start off with Water Boy, see the moveset I've started with, and funny enough, I've got Shell Smash, which is broken. If you don't know what Shell Smash does, it decreases both my defenses, gives me speed, attack and special attack, and I've got Hydro Pump that seems not to miss very often in this game. So I like this game, and if Hydro Pump could hit every time in the main games, I would appreciate it. We beat the policeman. No fear to me, as I said. It's time for the Archaeologist, and he says he has a mythical Pokemon Mew. Let's see what team this Archaeologist has, starting off with Ditto, level 92. Now, I start off with Water Boy, which I slowly begin to realise is a mistake, because it has Shell Smash and Hydro Pump. I finally get Small Boy with the speed. It's enough to take out Ditto, or my Omastar as such, and now he's sending out Mew, the mythical Pokemon. I don't know how this guy got his hands on a level 95 Mew, but it took me a while to kill, and luckily Nothing 3.0 had Mega Horn, allowing me to kill it. And Mew was kind of just using Nasty Plot, so I mean if it did tend to attack me, it would have demolished me and blown me out of existence, because I can't lose a single time more. We've beat the Archaeologist with Mew, and it's time to move on to Fire Breather Cole. Now, as I said, I've never been too scared of fire breathers. They don't ever do too much, and Rock is strong against fire along with the ground. Starting off with Rapidash. I kind of like Rapidash coming out. I can take on Rapidash. I've also got Water Boy, if you guys don't remember. Rapidash has Bounce, so this battle took a little bit longer than I would have liked. I do tend to just Shell Smash, and I time it wrong all the time. He used Bounce now and again, and that kind of messed up my time tuning. So I kind of get 5 stacked on Shell Smash. He keeps on using Bounce, and I take him out with Rock Blast eventually, because that Rock Blast didn't kill him. I tend to Shell Smash thinking he's going to go for Bounce, but he heals up. So let's use Rock Blast one more time and kill the Rapidash. Moving on, what is his next Pokemon? A Moltres, the legendary Pokemon Moltres. It startled me. I did not expect a Moltres to come out, especially at that level. Luckily, I've got Shell Smash up and I can one-shot Moltres. Now a Typhlosion. I do love Typhlosion, definitely one of my favourite fire-type starters of all time. Stands no chance against Hydro Pump. Moving on to Las Luna. Las Luna is one of our final battles. Now, what Pokemon does Las Luna have on her team? Now, nothing too crazy here. Las Luna's just got the basic Pokemon, starting off with Clefable. Now, Clefable's striking no fear into me at all. I can take out Clefable, but she's got 3 more Pokemon. She really only had fairy types and normal types, so Clefable, Blissey and Wigglytuff, so it did take a while. I finally killed a Wigglytuff with Shell. Moving on from Luna. We've finally run in to Biker, Gangster Miles. Now, Gangster Miles, he could have a lot of Pokemon, starting off with his Delibird. Now, this is the final battle, guys. I only have to do 5 per team, and this is the final team. So let's soak this in. I've been a gym leader. I lost 4 times with the first 3 teams, and I've clawed it back. The rest of the teams I went with 0 losses. I smashed everyone out of the park. Waterboy tends to carry this team. Delibird don't stand a single chance against any move that Waterboy has. Let's go in for a Rock Blast and see how much that does to Delibird. Hits 1 time and sweeps him. So, as I said, nothing too scary. Sends out Hitmonchan. Now, the fighting type has beaten me, as you guys do know. Yeah, Machamp, I hate ya, but don't ever come back. So, Hitmonchan gets one-shot by Hydro Pump. Because it's the last battle, I want to savor this. I want you guys to see pretty much as possible, and I don't want to cut too much out. Now, Macargo comes out. I know with Macargo, I can just stack up some Shell Smash and get them stats back up. Little did I know, the moves that Macargo has can actually do a little bit of damage to my team. He went for Earth Power, actually taking out Waterboy because I've lowered its defense with Shell Smash so much. I then want to send out Small Boy. Small Boy has the best chance in winning, but there's nothing too much. I go and talk to my gym helper, and he says you'll be fired on your next loss. I want to find out some more information, but there's nothing more to find out. I have beat the last trainer, and is there anything more for me to do? He asked me to stack up on potions. I'm gonna then go and see his twin brother. After walking through all of these teams, starting off with Team A, then we got Team B where Rock evolved and we got Kabutops. Moving on to Team C, we still got Boom, we have Shell, and we got Rhyhorn. Finally, Shell evolved and we got Rhydon also on the team. With moving on, we got Aerodactyl, Rhydon, Kabutops and Golem. And finally, we meet Bigger Boy, or Biggest Boy. This is our final team. We have beaten 5 challenges with Team F, and after entering this room, we officially become a retired gym leader. Yes guys, you heard that right here. I am a retired gym leader. I've beaten this game, and if you guys do want to see more of this, I can record more, and I can't wait for them to release more gym leaders. If you did like the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you if you made it all the way to this part of the video. If you did, leave a comment down below saying Biggest Boy is the best, and I'll know. Thank you guys for watching.